Testing 1 2 1 2. Is this on? Hello, how we doing? Welcome to our Amazon stream. Absolute pleasure to see you, Calvin. Hello, mate. Just appeared out of the wilderness with his cup of tea. There's your little cup of tea. We hear and see you. Awesome. What do we think of the Christmas jumper, Calvin? Any good? The wife bought it me. It's actually really comfortable as well. I do really like it. Oh, we're going to go through our repertoire of products. So we have labelled the stream as Christmas gift ideas. So if you're struggling to think of any ideas to get people for presents for Christmas, we might have a few things here. I want to show you my new watch as well that I've just had. I will show that on this stream. Cracking jumper. It's really comfy, mate. I really like it. You'll probably see me wearing this on every future stream. Even after Christmas, I'll be wearing this jumper. Feels so good, really does. Now we've began with the old. Have I got this on the right thing? I have. So we're starting with the good old Fifine.
Let's go with this one. The chipmunk voice, which is a female voice, but people say it sounds like a chipmunk. What am I doing? What am I doing, Calvin? We're doing tickers. That's what we're doing, mate. Tickers. What am I using here? AM8 microphone, that's what we're using. So this is your Fifine SC3 mixer and the AM8 microphone. I should turn that round. Now, I'm currently facing that the wrong way, really, because it's one of those filters that my cat's chewed. So if I turn it this way, chances are you won't be able to see that. And that's really how it looks. Tickers and carousel, thank you, buddy.
Sorry, because I'm not monitoring the audio, I kind of forget to, disable that. I might just do an entire stream using this, to be fair. No, we won't do that. So, this is the first Christmas gift idea. So, if you've got somebody who wants to get into streaming, which is what all the kids are doing these days. I say the kids, a lot of adults are getting into it. I mean, I'm doing it right now and I'm old. Now, what this mixer does is, it's a very, very basic mixer. Sorry, my Coke Zero went down really weird then. It's a very basic mixer, but what it allows you to do is connect an XLR microphone to your computer, because you can't just plug an XLR cable into your PC. There's no slots to do it, so you need something in between to be able to do that. That is what this mixer does. Old. I'm very old. I feel decrepit, I really do. So yes, this mixer allows you to connect XLR mic to your PC, but it doesn't just stop there, because a lot of people stream on mobile devices now, so whether it's iPhones or Android phones, this mixer can be connected to one of those, and your mobile phone powers the mixer. So if you want to do some streaming on, let's say, TikTok or Instagram, this little bad boy mixer, which is very colourful, will allow you to do that without the need of a PC. So see, he loves the sweater. Mate, Caroline bought it me. It's really comfy. Honestly, I was just saying to Calvin how much I like it. It is very, very nice. And I think I'm going to wear it for the rest of my life. I'm not going to change this. Yes, now XLR mics, you can get some that need phantom power, some that don't. Now this AM8 microphone here doesn't require it. But if you do require phantom power, let's shoot over to here. This little mixer allows you to deliver the extra power to your microphone, which is great, really. For how cheap this mixer is, really useful feature. Now, very colourful. We can toggle through all these different colours if we want to. So you've got different sequences, there's a wipe sequence that goes around the outside. I think it might be this one. Yeah, so goes around the outside, toggles between, I believe there's 7 different colours on there. Or you can match it to whatever your background is. So I've got a bit of a red background going on, so you could just have the red colour there. I'm sorry if I'm sending any kind of sound through the stream as well, because I'm kind of moving this around. I shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, you can toggle between different colours. So we got some reds, yellows, light greens, dark greens, blues, dark blues, purples. And then we have the rainbow effect as well. Now, if you were in the stream just, you would have noticed that we were using the voice change option as well. Now, this works if you're streaming through your phone as well. So if you're doing, let's say, an Instagram stream, and you want to change the way your voice sounds, you can do it with this without using any additional software on your mobile phone or PC. So I can tap this button.
And that just changes my voice. So you'll be able to see if I can get this in focus. We have a male voice, a female, a robot, a monster, a baby, and an elder.
So this is the female voice, which people say sounds very much like a chipmunk.
We also have a robot voice. I kind of have to speak a little slower when I use this. We have the monster voice, which would have been great for Halloween.
We have the baby voice, so if I'm not getting my own way, I can start crying.
We also get the elder voice, so if you're an old character like me, or if you're a young person and you want to sound older, you could use the elder voice.
Or you hold the button down for a few seconds and our usual voice comes through. Pinky and Perky. Completely forgot about those. Remember Ren and Stimpy? That used to be on back in the day as well. You also get additional features like electric. Now, that is auto-tune, nothing really to do with electricity. But we can toggle between all these different keys. So there's like D flats, D's, A flat, G. So if you're doing any kind of singing, it's supposed to put you in tune. Not something I would personally use, but you do get that option. You also get these 4 custom buttons as well, which, for example, if you're doing, let's say, a radio show, and you know how you have a slogan, you can basically record your slogan onto this. So I'll give you a quick example. So if I hold this button down here, it will turn white. Now, that is recording everything I'm saying. So you could have a slogan like, "Welcome to the Andy Triple H DX Amazon live stream." Let go. When you're ready to play that to your stream, you just tap that button and that will play it back. So quite a nice feature. You do get 4 of those. They won't save on there forever. So if you basically power this down, you'll have to re-record it. And you also get mute buttons as well. So if I want to mute my mic, and we can mute the line in, headphones and line out. So we get all the ports on the back, which might be a struggle to get into focus. Oh, there we go, beautiful. So line out is for speakers. So this is basically a sound card. So you can play all your music through this and come out through some speakers. Headphones, self-explanatory. Plug some headphones in there. You can listen to the audio. Line in is for mobile phones and tablets. Headset is if you've got a headset with a microphone inbuilt. You can use that. And you also get this little switch here, if I can get my finger there, to toggle between dynamic and condenser microphones. Now, we're using a dynamic mic, so we switch to dynamic. If I switch that to condenser, it will still work, but it just goes very quiet. Now, I found with this that you do need to have the volume quite high on there as well, but not a bad gift idea, to be honest. And you can pair it up with this microphone. Because it's a Fifine product, you don't need to use a Fifine microphone with it. You can use any XLR microphone, so that's good, to be fair. I remember Ren and Stimpy. The baby's like a chipmunk. The female's like goblins. Which we must say is still an improvement over my voice, to be fair. So it connects through USB-C as well. So USB-C to power it. The other end of the cable, which is currently in my PC, is USB-C, but there is an actual converter built into the cable for USB-A. So you're pretty much covered. You don't need anything else. And this is currently $49.99. Now, as always, let me double check, see if there's any coupons on here. My light just gone off. I'm sure it has. Oh, turn the wrong light off. There we are. Right, fine. You can save 5%. Let me load this bad boy up. Here we are. So you can save 5% on the price. So make sure you tick that box if you do decide to purchase one of these. And the microphone which is here. Once again, 5% on the microphone as well. So $54.99. This is the raw audio you're going to get as well. Now, this microphone is XLR or USB-C. You can plug either cable in. You're good to go. It will work with PS4s, PS5s, PCs and Macs. There's no drivers for any of the Fifine stuff. So, basically, plug it in and away you go. I see presents. You do see presents. Those are Cavaline's presents down there. So I do need to get some more presents. I started wrapping some more presents which are hiding around the side of the sofa. Which are for other family members. But yes, you certainly do see some presents. And do you know what? Because I'm pretty sure I've got like an ADHD brain, I forgot what's in there. I do that lots. Like I'll buy people presents, I'll wrap them, and I forgot what I've bought them. So I'm sitting there watching the mum wrap thinking, what's that? It's like, oh yeah, I do remember buying that. So if you said, what have you bought Caroline now? I think there's 3 presents down there. And I'll be honest. So Christmas is going to be great. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so yes, you do get RGB lights on this mic as well. Because I'm running through the XLR cable, I don't get the lights. If I plug in USB-C, we get the sexy little RGB lights there. We get a mute button on top. And we get quite a robust stand with this as well. Quite a bit of weight in there, so pretty good. This is your raw audio as well. This is what it's going to sound like straight out of the box. If you use something like OBS, then you can start putting filters on there and manipulating the way it sounds. Or if you connect through XLR to a mixer like our Go XLR Mini we've got here, then you can play around with equalization, all that good stuff as well. So, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move away from microphone. Actually, no, let's move to the wireless microphone because then it gives me a little bit of free rein to move around. So what I have here is the little wireless M6 from Fifine. They do have another version where you get 2 mics, 1 receiver. But this is the version where it's just 1 microphone. Mate, it is a surprise for everyone. It really is. Ticker and carousel. I'm going to leave that on the screen so I don't forget it. No gifts issue in our household. Oh, how come, Saucy? I spoke to Caroline earlier and I said by the 20th of December, I literally want those 5 days doing nothing. Because every year, for years now, I have not felt amazingly Christmassy. Elizabeth E, thank you so much for the follow as well on Amazon. Absolute pleasure. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I'm struggling to feel Christmassy, which is not good. I used to really love it, but I'm struggling now. Had to change an AC, repair the... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, to be fair, you've got good reason. You spend quite a lot of cash, to be fair. So, right, okay. Back to our little microphone. Now, wireless mic. Now, this is my favourite wireless microphone. Not just because it's really cheap as well, but it just does the job. We got a power button on the side here. Let me power it up. Actually, no, before I power it up, it charges through USB-C on the bottom as well. You'll get about 6 hours of battery life from this. We have a clip on the back, so just attach it to yourself. I will do that in a moment. Little foam filter. There's your little capsule in there. And let's power him on. So I'm going to power him on now. And hopefully this is set up. So I might come through twice here. Oh no, I'm ready. Right. Okay. As Calvin's just said, ticker. Do the ticker, Andy. And the carousel. So, this one's going. This one's coming on. And this is your wireless microphone. So let's move this mic out of the way a little bit. Now, carousel time. There we are, carousel. Now, this is 20... Yes! Mr. Price, how are we doing? I see you, brother, and I like what I say. Let's get that on stream. It's not often he says nice things like this. Let's get him on. I'm not quite in the Christmassy spirit yet, but it will happen now. Yeah, I've not kind of felt it for years. Whereas this year, I really want to slow down from like the 20th. I just want to have 5 days, maybe Boxing Day as well. Let's go 6 days. And then I'll start doing some work again. Amy, hello. How we doing, Amy? Welcome to the stream. How's the horse picture coming along? We did get a treadmill, so maybe I'll actually start exercising. I bought a treadmill as well, Saucy. It's one of those that's not got the arms on there, so it's literally good for walking. I've tried jogging on it, but it's very unsafe. So walking is as much as I can do on there. We can't get an incline on there either, which is unfortunate. But I think it was about 200 quid. Nearly finished. I'm good. How are you? I'm not too bad. I've got lots of work to do, which I need to crack on with after this stream. I've got a job that I need to do, and I've got... I forgot what's the date today? 7th. I've got till the 15th. I'm a little bit scared that it won't get done. But yeah, here's our little fine mic. So we'll attach this. Spent $1,000 on it. They're supposed to be really good, actually. How's the hip? I'm back at football, dude. I'm playing football again. It's not too bad now. Pretty good. But what me and Caroline have started doing is we've cut out ultra-processed food. So if we go to the supermarket, can't buy anything. Literally nothing. And I feel much better for doing it, but I put weight on whilst doing it. So I must just be eating way too much. But when I play football, I've actually felt fitter. I need to get in the gym. I need a training partner, son. I'll tell you what, I hate the gym. I need to do more football. My knees can't handle it. Right, let's attach this to ourselves here. Right, so there we are. We can attach this directly to ourselves. Now, this will work in your mobile phones. It works, obviously, in a PC. That's why I've got it connected to. I've hooked it up to my phone, which I've lost, which I've found. My Samsung Galaxy S21. There's no need for any software, anything like that. Plug it in, away I go. I've tried it on some WhatsApp calls to my brother. I've tried it on Instagram. Didn't need to install Open Camera, anything like that. Amy's been having a pretty good week so far. Awesome. That's what I like to hear, Amy. And obviously, great thing about this means I'm not restricted at my desk now, so I can walk around and you should still get pretty consistent audio wherever I go. Now, I find that the best audio is kind of when I'm holding it in my hand towards my mouth, which is what most of the TikTokers are doing these days. But I think, really, you want these clipped onto yourself. Oh, but... seems to do the job very well, and we'll continue to use this whilst we show you some more products that you could maybe get people for Christmas. Now, let's have a look at some cables. And you're probably saying, Andy, cables? Why are you showing us cables? Are you actually mental? But no, let me do the old carousel. Nice little cable there. Now, I've got 2 of these. They're both from Magtane. So I've got a Lightning one to USB-A, which will end up being obsolete, I think, in a couple of years, because of iPhones going to USB-C. And we've got a USB-C to USB-C. That is a 60-watt cable, so delivers power as well. Now, the good thing about this is you might not be able to tell there, but it's magnetic, which means that it sticks to itself, which doesn't sound amazing. But trust me, it really is. You won't learn your lesson. Football's for kids, mate. Yeah, that's why I can try in way more protein. Yeah, I was doing some fasting as well, which I was getting pretty good at, to be fair. But I've kind of threw that out the window. But Caroline is proper on this ultra processed stuff. I've been listening to The Diary of a CEO. And there's a dude on there on about it. So yeah, we've not eaten anything ultra processed for 3 weeks, 4 weeks now. Like I say, feel pretty good. We've had a local elf hit by a car. Went out and about with Santa. What? The real honest truth, hello buddy. What we got on the Christmas list? We got some cables, mate. Which I'm going to grab a normal cable. In my array of random cables in this drawer. Okay, that one will do. That one will do. You know what, thanks, I'm trying to work through my creative rut, but otherwise I am all good. It's not a joke either, he's in hospital. An elf got hit by a car. That is not good. That is bad news. Ben, hello Ben. Ben, I'll tell you what mate, I think Arsenal are in with a good shout to winning the league. Because when they're winning those really scrappy games, like they did against Luton, it's a sign of a good team. Now, normal cable. So this is a lightning cable, USB. I can wrap this cable up, and if I hold it, see how it just falls apart? Not this little bad boy from Magtime. So just usual cable. We can wrap it up, which I didn't wrap up very well then. And because it's got some magnetisation, is that the right word, in it? It basically sticks to itself. Now, if you've got a drawer like me that is filled with really messy cables, that is an absolute godsend. Now, I've got a magnet somewhere. I will show you. I hope the elf recovers in time. I hope the elf recovers as well. Magnetism, Saucy. You're a good man, Saucy. I'm glad you're here, dude. What did I say? Magnetisation. Yeah, I'm just making words up, you know. Need to sort my life out, Saucy. Oh, so little magnet. Woo! Oh, nearly dropped him. Magnet on there. Magnet on there, no chance. Doesn't stick. So, the magnets on this are not amazingly strong, but obviously strong enough to hold your cable like that. Now, I actually really like these. Diary of the CEO, some good info. Tarn loves him. Too much might be, but yeah, I think he's a little bit biased as well. I do like listening to Diary of a CEO. Some good stuff, man. Ben's got his jumper on too. Is it an Arsenal jumper, Ben, by any chance? Amy, don't talk to me about football. Yeah, they got drubbed, was it 5-0 against Fulham? 4-0, 5-0? I think it was 5. I think Kenny scored a very late goal. Yeah. Amy, ever since Brennan Johnson's gone, it's all gone downhill. How did you know? Oh, Ben, get a photo of you in this jumper. Get it in the Discord. I'd like to see it. Yeah, so what I'm liking about this, I've put my charger up here. It's falling off the desk. Now, whenever I plug a cable into my Samsung phone, into my normal charger, I get fast charging, which obviously is great. But what I get with this cable and this charger, which I will show you in a moment, when I plug this little bad boy in, you should see at the bottom of the screen, I should get some super fast charging. Ooh, 75%, 33 minutes until full. Beautiful. So I get some rapid charging, as it is a 60 watt cable. I listened to a few of those WCL, seemed interested. I like them. If I go out for a walk, I tend to put something like that on my head. So if it's the USB-C one, it is $19.99. You can apply a coupon and get 30% off. But obviously, as it's Amazon, keep an eye out because prices fluctuate on a lot of this stuff. If it's the Lightning, to be fair, the Lightning's the same price. Lightning to USB-A, $19.99, 30% off. And it's one of those cables that you don't realise you need one till you've got one. And you're like, yeah, do you know what? That's actually really useful. Because I literally just buy any old cable, to be fair. And then got this. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? That's actually amazingly useful. The wife said exactly the same. She's like, if she's going to change her cable, she's going to end up getting these. So it's probably not the best in the world. Like, if you do shake it, then it will come undone. But providing you don't shake it. Oh, did I freeze? Did I really? That's not good. See how bad she used to be, Calvin? Will there be Jackbox 2? Maybe. I might sneak a Jackbox stream in at some point. But yeah, so obviously your normal cables are like this. And those are like that. They're useful. As I say, it's something that you don't really think about buying. Then you get one and you're like, kind of how have I live without that? But the little charger I've just plugged it into, let me find it in my carousel. It's on here somewhere. There it is. I did get the 4TB Gen 4. Lovely. Yeah, so obviously I've started copying. I told you, didn't I, in the stream, copying things to my mechanical external drive. Nightmare that was, my SSD. So I was doing video editing, saving stuff, taking it in my laptop, plugging it in my PC, and just random files would be missing. I spent half of my podcast life untangling cables. Mate, you want to see the state of my drawer? I don't know if I can pull this drawer out to show you like how horrendous it is. I can have a good go though. Oh, I can. Beautiful. Yeah, so look at the state of that drawer, all those cables. And if I want to grab a cable out, that's probably the worst one. It's the one cable I can actually get to. So if I try and pull one, I get all that. So obviously, if you've got these all like magnetic, chuck them in. They're all sweet. You can actually put these together as well. So because both of the cables are magnetic, you can actually join them together. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. But there's normally just enough strength to actually hang them like that. But obviously I wouldn't recommend it. But would be much neater. HT, hello buddy. Welcome, mate. Smash the like button, folks. Look at Mr. Price here. Doing some promotional work. I want to play Fibbage 4 with you. Is that on Jackbox? Are they up to 10 now? I don't know. You're the best, Andy. That is very kind of you, Ben. Right, now, what I've just plugged that cable into is my little... I don't know if I can get enough leverage here. Let's go here. This 120 watt charger. So we get 3 USB-C ports, 3 USB-A. You'll notice we've got a little laptop symbol there. That is because we can charge laptops or MacBooks with this, because we can get 65 watts of charging from either C1 or C2. If we plug a cable into both of these, then this will drop to 40 watts. That will go to, sorry, 45 watts. That will go to 20 watts. C3 is, I think that might be 20 watts. I'll get the info in a bit. And some USB-A ports. On the back, you've got a bit of a key which tells you how much power will get delivered from each of the ports. So, yeah, USB C3 there. We can get up to 30 watts on there. 22.5 watts on all the other ports. So we can get a total of 120 watts. Now, there's no sound to this either. I've had some chargers in the past where there's like a little whining sound to it. We just had somebody subscribe to the channel. Vlogs. We'll just go vlogs. Ben thinks it's number 9. Amy, I miss his Jackbox. Do you want me to do some more Jackbox streams? It's all down to you, Amy. Yeah, so really pleased with this charger. As you've just seen, I get super fast charging on my Samsung Galaxy S21. Nice and light as well. And I've had this for a couple of months now. No issues whatsoever. I tend to have it unplugged, and then I'll just have a spree of charging like batteries for cameras and camera sliders. So I'll plug this in over there, and that is what I'm using. And so far, so good. No issues with it. Currently $29.99. Let me just have a look, see if there's any coupons on there. So 120 watts USB-C charger. Let me do a quick search. Quick search Rooney. I can't find it. Great channel. I've learned a lot. How do you know when you're going live? Hate missing your lives, mate. I normally schedule them. So Amazon Live or YouTube, if you just come onto the channel, I think if you enable notifications on YouTube, it should alert you. I know it doesn't work all the time. There we are, what Calvin said. When you subscribe, press the bell icon. You will be notified of uploads and when we're going live. Ooh, hang about. I've not done this yet. Super sale, let's get that on screen. So this little charger that I've just shown you, you can actually save $6 on there. So rather than $29.99, my maths ain't great, but I think that's $23.99. So tick that little box there. And so far been great. And, oh sorry, you'll see it there as well. So compatible devices, if you've got MacBook Pros, anything that charges through USB-C, it will charge you. Nice. See, I've got nothing to like test that with. I think that's going to be one of my next purchases. A new laptop that charges through USB-C. I need some of that in my life. I'm looking into crypto mining. I just buy and sell assets on exchange to make money. Put someone at a tech savvy yourself. Nice passive income. Do you know what? It's not something I've really looked into. Just ate and was about to sleep. Feel like I'm missing some of your stream. Nah, mate. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Saucer. Played Apex last night as well. Got 2 wins. I was ecstatic. We got a thumbs up from the real honest truth. Right, what else can I show you? What have we got? Oh, I'll tell you what I have got as well, which I've actually been using on this stream, is I've got this little Artec keyboard. And you're probably thinking, yeah, keyboard, nothing special. Let me find it on the old carousel. Got to make sure I enable it, else I'll get in trouble. Bear with me just while I'm searching. Okay. So, keyboard from Artec. Now, something that's a little bit different. You'll see we've got 3 blue buttons up there. That is because we can connect it through Bluetooth. And I don't know if you can see the light there on the third one along. Oh, it's a bit bright in here. See if we can get it on here. Okay. See that light that's on there? So we can hook up 3 different devices to this. Even if we turn the power off and turn it back on, it remembers what device has been connected. Now, I've got this set up for my computer, my mobile phone, and my tablet, which unfortunately I've broken. I've actually broken my tablet, and I use a hot air gun to get the micro USB port off. I took off a micro USB port from a Raspberry Pi, and it's a different one. So I'm waiting on some new ones to turn up. I see a notice in my Discord after you've finished. Oh, nightmare. This is a special keyboard. Yo, dancing. Absolute pleasure, mate. Brothers on the 18th. Time to sort that pool table out. We'll have a few games. Play some darts as well. Okay, so you'll notice on this keyboard we've actually got a little slot here as well. That is so we can basically put mobile phones in there. So if you're out and about, obviously portrait, landscape, you can do either. You can actually fit, I did test this, I got a phone there, and I got my tablet in the middle as well. Now my plan was to use this and basically go somewhere, have a cup of tea, put my tablet on there and basically do emails. But obviously I've brought my tablet, so that's not working at the moment. But whenever I do this stream on here, I basically use this keyboard. And the reason I use this keyboard is because you might not have noticed, let's come back to this camera, my mouse mat's missing. Because my mouse mat is absolutely disgusting. So I think, do you know what? So people don't think I'm like really filthy. I'll throw my mouse mat on the floor down there and they think, oh, Andy's pretty clean, isn't he? No, I've just got a filthy mouse mat. So I chuck my keyboard over there and then I start using this little Bluetooth one. How's his arse? I don't think he's done anything for a while. I forgot what he was working on last. I'll have to ask him, to be fair. None of this smoke. Yeah. Oh, Nightbot's just popped up. I can do this all day. Stop spamming emotes, Mr. Price. Yo, dude, the Mosconi Cup's on. Bit of 9-ball. I'm watching that all day. Yeah, so what I can do is I've got it hooked up to my PC. You'll see there, little Bluetooth keyboard. Type it in the address bar. And if I want to switch to mobile phone, I just tap a button there. Now, I think I've still got this set up. Yeah, my phone's just lit up. So I can start typing on my phone. So I can just toggle between 3 different devices at the push of a button. So I actually really like that. Now, this keyboard doesn't come with the, you know, the little clips on the back to stand it up. So you are stuck with that position there. So you can't really change that. But you know what? It does the job. I like it. Now, this is currently... I'm going to do a search and see if there's any coupons on here for you. Artec Bluetooth keyboard. Those magnetic cables are a must. Can I ask if you have looked into any issues regarding the magnet fetting cable communication? I haven't, mate. I've literally just plugged them into like my mobile phone and just used them. Is there any kind of testing that I can do that would help you out? You need to be doing it all the time. Amy, I totally agree. I really do. Never use those clips anyway, bad for your wrists. Yeah, to be fair, I've got them on my main keyboard and they're not opened up, so yeah, I'm not using those. Right, let me find this keyboard here. So, sorry, I've put my iPhone down. So this is currently $30.99, but I need to sign in there. We do get ourselves a code there that you can put in, save 20% on the price. So if you know anybody who's basically does what I was supposed to do, go out and about and start typing and sending emails, then that'll be actually quite good. The reason I bought that was because I was laying in bed with my tablet and I think I was using my Google Drive. I was basically typing some script out. And me and touchscreens just don't agree. I'm not keen on them. I prefer the old school phones with the buttons on. So for an old person like me, one of these keyboards was an absolute must. I thought, you know what, I need to get one of those. Calvin will be back in a moment. Ooh, a little phone symbol. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. I do like that. You get like a ridiculous battery life as well. Let me find the info on there. Okay. You get 6-month battery life. So it lasts up to 6 months. That's if you use it 2 hours a day. Now, I don't use this 2 hours a day, and I've not charged this since I've had it. But if you do use it 2 hours a day, you can expect to get around 6 month battery life. Obviously, if you use it less, your battery's going to last longer. And it does charge through USB-C as well. I need to hide my head. I think my camera's set to basically pick my big bald head up. Let me show you here. So, go on, get in focus, play the game. There we are. So, USB-C, which is kind of the thing I'm trying to move towards myself personally. I want everything to charge through USB-C, and this keyboard does that. Now, I think we need to fly through a few of these. Oh, what I've just had as well, I've just had the new Xiaomi Mi Band 8. Let me unclip it. So I basically bought this to create a video because I had the Mi Band 6, which I'll be honest, not going to get in focus, is it? I'll be honest, I never ever had an issue with the Mi Band 6. It was great. But this is my... I don't really use like heart rate monitors or the breathing modes. It's got a nice feature there though, like find phone. I think I've got it hooked up. Can't even press it. There we are. your phone will ring. There we are. Searching for my phone. Stop. Yeah, so if you lose your phone, you can actually search for it with the watch, which is actually pretty useful. Now, you get loads of features on this, to be fair. So workout, you got like outdoor running, walking, bit of freestyle. Not sure what freestyle is. Hiking, some cycling, treadmill, jump rope, swimming, and you get more than that. So if you go in there, you've got like subsections. So water sports, and there's 16 sports in there. So if I press that, sailing, water polo, there's everything in there. Now, I'm not great at swimming, so I'll skip that one. There's a training section as well, so high intensity training, a bit of yoga, a bit of rower. So there's a bit of everything on there. I think there's something ridiculous, like 140 different training things you can do. Activity, running, so you can basically just set it up how you want. Heart rate monitors. You get the oxygen level as well, can monitor sleep. If you're a little bit stressed, you can do some deep breathing exercises. Set the alarms. We've got some additional settings, we've got more as well. We go under there. You can put events on there, you can set alarms, stopwatches, listen to your music. There's a bit of everything. You can even control the camera on your phone as well. Not something I would personally use myself. Flashlight. It's got a focus mode as well. I need some of that. So is it the Pomodoro technique or something like that, where you can set a time for 25 minutes, have a break for 5 minutes? You can set all that up through this watch. Now, this is the global version, so you don't get NFC on this. It's literally just an activity tracker. So settings, so you've got different running modes, different displays as well. So the display which I've downloaded is that one. You can actually get a load of different displays. Let me load the app up. Just need to remember where it is. Device, manage bands. Okay. So we've got loads of different clock faces that we can select. All these are completely free as well. This is through the Mi Fitness app. So if you like the looks of one, you just tap it. It downloads to the watch, and that's it. Don't need to do anything else. So there is loads on there. You do get subsections as well. So popular ones, picks, formal. We have got a category section as well. There we are. Oh, that's just reminding me as well. You do get a couple of modes which I've never seen on a watch before. Is it through my app I get this? Let me have a quick look. There is a necklace mode, and is it a pebble mode or something like that? Just bear with me, talk amongst yourselves while I'm figuring out where that thing is. Was it workout? No, was it health? Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so you get these additional modes. So a band mode is basically where you put it on your wrist. Pebble mode, you can use a shoe buckle. So very good for running. And you do get a necklace mode as well. So you can get neck straps for this and just wear it around your neck. I've not tried any of those modes. I've literally just used it as a regular watch. And to be fair, it seems accurate. I tested it against my Mi 6. I do have a video in the shop as well. Nightbots should be popping up with different... old man figuring out tech, so cliche. Yeah. I used to be good with tech, you know, back in the day. I'm horrendous now. I'm so bad. It was my go-to thing, tech. Used to be proper up on it. And now I've just got nothing else. I've got no tech, not good at it. I don't know what I'm good at, Saucy. Certainly not Apex. Certainly not putting this back on my wrist either. Can't get it back on. There we are, rocking now. I forgot what I was saying now. I was doing pebble modes. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Threw me off course, Saucy, with the old man figuring out tech speech. But yeah, so far. Oh, accuracy. So I compared it with my Mi Band 6 that I've got, and the blood oxygen level was identical, and the heart rate, I think it was 1 beat per minute difference between the two. So they both seem very similar. You do get a larger screen on this compared to a Mi Band 6. I think it's a 60 Hz refresh rate on the screen as well. And it's one of those, if you use a 6 and you go to this, you'll notice immediately that the screen just kind of glides better when you're swiping and selecting things. But so far, I've only had this for maybe a week, and it's been decent. It's been all right. No complaints so far. So I'm quite pleased with it. Do have a look at the product carousel as well. If you do see anything in there, then do let us know. So I thought my PC completely locked up then. Right, let's show you a couple more of these microphones that I've got. Sorry, it's all right. My Amazon live stream I've got on my top screen and it just completely froze. But I think it's going again now. Now, if you've been in the streams before, you would have seen these microphones before. But if you've not seen them, then you're in luck. Because I'm going to show you these little bad boys. So, once again, ideal Christmas present. If you know somebody who's just getting into content creation, streaming, creating YouTube videos, audio is massive. It really is. You can kind of get away with a half-decent video as long as the audio's good. If you reverse that and you have like amazing production value for a video, but your audio is all crackly and horrendous, people are just not going to watch it. See, on the 18th, do you know what I'll do? I'm going to put that in my diary. I'm putting it in my diary. What time are you getting there, son? I've got it in there anyway. 18th. You're in the diary. Get the old the pull arm revved up, son. I'll have a couple of frames. So yes, this is the Fifine A6V microphone. Now, this is the mic I recommend to anybody who is just starting out. Let me just move a few of these mics out the way. Now, RGB lights, you get no control over the lights. What you see is what you get. You do get an inbuilt mute button there, which when you press, switches your lights off, which I actually quite like. It comes in its own shock mount. Nice. You get a pop filter on the front as well. Nice. You get volume control on the bottom. Nice. And you get a stand, which to be fair is a little bit flimsy. Not gonna lie. You can set it into that position and that's it. But for the price of this, it's actually where I would start with content creation. If I needed a mic, my first microphone, I don't want to use an inbuilt one on a laptop because they're just generally horrendous. This is where I would personally be starting. Unless you've got your heart set on a dynamic mic, this condenser mic's actually really good. Now let's give you a little listen. I hope I've got it set up. I have. Hello, hello, hello. This is your Fifine A6V, which means I need to change my ticker. Bottom of the screen, you'll see a little ticker there, so you know which microphone we are using throughout the stream. I don't think I've enabled this on my carousel. I have now. Now, this is $34.99. $34.99, which is, to be fair, for the audio quality I think you get from this, it's an absolute steal. It really is. Just going to have a quick look, see if there's any vouchers on there. So I guarantee, even if you've got like kids who are gamers and they play on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, I would get them one of these. I really would, because, I mean, they all like to hurl abuse to each other anyway, don't they, when they play games? They may as well do it with some decent clarity and use something like this. So $34.99, you do get multiple colours as well. So we're using the black version. There's a blue, a pink, a white and a red as well. There is 5% off. $34.99, like I say, my maths ain't great. say 5%, tick that box. Now, connects through USB-C in the back. You don't get any audio monitoring with this, so you just basically get the mic, good to go. But I've got a mic here that has got audio monitoring. It's not something that I personally use, but I've seen a lot of streamers who do use it, so it's one of those. You're either going to use it or you're not. Now I've got this one as well, which is the A8, which is a little bit bigger than this one, a little bit more expensive as well, but you get full control over the RGB lights. So I can tap this button on the back and toggle between different colours. You also get this blended mode, very much like the A6V, and you get this static mode, which will rotate through each of the colours on the mic, basically like that. So it goes from blues to purples to pinks to reds, yellows, oranges, so on. This connects through USB-C as well, and you get a 3.5mm jack, which is for your audio monitoring. You do get volume control on the back as well. Now, position wise, I actually prefer the positioning on the cheaper mic, to be honest. I really do. But I think you just need to have a listen, don't you? Oh, you get the pop filter, shock mount as well. And the stand is a little bit more robust on this. So you're paying a little extra for a little bit better in build design. Now, let's give you a little listen on this one. And this is your Fifine A8 microphone. So obviously I'm not audio monitoring this, so I can't listen to the difference between the two. But you can be the judge, see which one you prefer. This one is a little bit more expensive. It is, if I can find it, where did I put it? There it is. $46.99, and this one is $34.99, so just over $10 more for this one. So if you're saying, Amy, I was having a full-blown conversation with you. I haven't stopped talking to you yet, and this is how you treat me. I'm cooking dinner. You best be cooking me some dinner as well now. After you've just blatantly ignored me for 2.5 hours. So there we are, A8. Once again, if you've got somebody who's into gaming, they want to look a little bit snazzy on stream, they want these little RGB lights on the go, either one of these will do the job. That's your cheaper one. Build quality is a little less than this one, but audio quality is great, to be honest. It really is. If you want a bit more flexibility when it comes to those RGB lights, this is probably the one to go for. They both have mute buttons as well, so if you need to cough, you can just give it a quick press and get away with it. I rolled over to the editing computer. Didn't see you standing there. Happy after 2 years. My pension finally transferred to my... Oh, but it's all sorted now. Mate, good news. Good news. Awesome. Let's come back to my little wireless mic, which is there. Couldn't find it on my OBS. So I got a... Well, it's winter, isn't it? It is winter, which means it's very cold. Which means I cause carnage, you know, on these streams. To be fair, you saw me, didn't you, Saucy, when I didn't stop that stream the once. You could see me packing all my stuff away. I don't know how I managed to tangle so many cables. It's horrendous. Now I've got a couple of hand warmers from O. Cooper. Yes, Saucy. Yeah, thank you as well, because I know you tried calling me, didn't you? For some reason, I didn't hear any audio. Whether I had audio coming through headphones, and I just couldn't hear it. But yeah, I didn't realise. Luckily, live cam was in the stream, weren't he? And to be fair, I missed his call because my phone is always on silent. I just happened to pick my phone up and see that he'd tried calling, which was a little bit unusual. But now I appreciate it. Cheers for trying to alert me, and hopefully I didn't do anything dodgy. Right, hand warmers. I might just leave you with these, to be fair. But if you are on Amazon, have a look at the carousel. If there's anything you want me to show on there, do speak up, let me know. I'll happily go and grab it. But I will show you these hand warmers before I love and leave you. And both by O Cooper, they are a little bit different in design as well. Now I need to do carousel, as I always forget. We have a nice little blue one there. Sorry. I can... Oh, Andy, why can't I just kind of figure this out? No, it really doesn't want to go in focus, does it? Here we go. Get in focus here. So we've got this nice blue hand warmer from O Cooper. Feels solidly built. We have a power button on top, which basically turns it on. Hold it down for a few seconds. We've got 3 different temperature modes on there as well. So a push of a button, you can toggle between those. A quick double tap of the button will tell you how much battery is left in this. And what I really like, charges through USB-C. So if you've come in the streams, you know I love a little bit of USB-C. We're sitting here waiting for you to undress. Do you know, I'm surprised I didn't, to be fair. Either undress or I'll be rolling on the floor playing with the cats. Normally one of those. And then me grumbling about how much pain I'm in with my knees. Now, I have got a list of the temperatures. I've lost my mouse cursor. There we are. So let me fire this little bad boy up. So we've got 3 different temperatures here. Obviously those lights on the front, which you probably can't see there. They basically tell you what temperature you're on. We get heat on both sides of this as well, which is very nice. And we've literally just turned that on. And that is already getting to quite a hot temperature. I have got it on the highest setting. So our 3 temperatures, we've got up to 107 degrees on the lowest one. We've got 118 degrees on the medium setting and 131 on the highest. Now, it's got a 5200 milliamp battery, which let's see if I can show you on the back. 5200 milliamp. And what I like about this one is that it actually doubles up as a battery pack as well. So if you're out and about and you need to charge your mobile phone up, plug USB-C cable in there. But you do get a converter as well, which, sorry, let's come back to this camera here. You get a converter, so you can plug the USB-C in and have USB-A on the other side. So I can plug that in there, and then I can plug a USB-A cable into there, charge my mobile phone up. If you do use it like a battery pack, you lose the heat from there, so it will disable the temperature. So if you've got it heated up like I have now, you plug a phone in there, it disables the temperature coming through, and it's literally just a battery pack then and charges your phone. But very good. So what I do like about that, use it during the winter when it's really cold outside, or cold inside. To be fair, I used this the other day, not going to lie. I was sitting here and I was freezing. So I whipped this little bad boy out, and I just sat here warming my hands up. It was beautiful. Maybe if I come to the UK, I don't need them here. I need something to cool my hands. That's something for me to look out for, innit? Something that can cool hands. But yeah, I needed this the other day. And obviously, like I say, the great thing, use it as a hand warmer during the winter. In those spring and summer months when it's nice and warm, and you don't need to warm your hands up, just charge it up, take it out as a battery pack. Really good. I do like it. It's nice and hot as well now. Don't really want to turn it off. But yeah, hold the button down, turn it off. Now, the other one I've got is a little bit different in design, in the fact that it's 2 separate pieces, which are magnetic. So you can put them together. You can put them on that way if you want to, but obviously not good. So you can have it like that. Once again, from O Cooper, these are $32.99. I believe there is a coupon as well. Let me just see if I can find it. I did have a quick glance before streaming. I think there was. Yes, there is. So this is currently $32.99, but you can save 15% by ticking the box. Now, this is the UT2S. That's the model. So let's give you a little close-up of these. And both of these charge through USB-C, which I love, to be fair. They are both 2600 milliamp batteries. Should be able to see it there. So a total of 5200 when you put them together. You can use it as just one hand warmer if you want to. So hold the button down at the bottom. You'll see we've got a red light there. Same as the other one really. Tap the button, toggle between the 3 different temperatures. We can enable this one. And if I want, I can put this as level 1 if I want to. So I have one level 3, one level 1. Put them together. And what that does just means that I get heat pretty much like this one from both sides. If you have them individually, this plastic part that's got the writing on doesn't heat up. Just this top part here. Just that heats up. So if you want to basically have it like that, warm both your hands up at the same time, or you can split them up, hold them individually, and have one different temperature on one, different one on the other. Totally your call, up to you. And same as the other one as well, if we give it a double tap, the lights turn blue, and that is our battery indicator level. Now you do get a nice charger in here. Cool, welcome buddy. What milliamp for the battery pack feature? It's just 5200 milliamp on that one. So from a full charge, 5200 milliamp, which should be, well, it's more than enough to charge a phone at least once, providing you've not got one of those big, huge battery phones. Some phones you should be able to charge up twice. So yeah, pretty useful. Now, what was I saying? Oh, that's like really hot. Beautiful. Now, oh, I never mentioned battery life, did I, on either of these? So, battery life, on the lowest setting for this, you get about 6 hours. If you are on the highest setting, you get around 4 hours. And this one, you will get around, I'm just consulting the Amazon listing, we can get up to 8 hours with this. So on the lowest setting, up to 8 hours. If you have it on the highest temperature setting, you get around 4 hours. Which, to be fair, was more than enough when well, Caroline could have done with her when she watched me play football. Didn't have it back then. And now it's... I don't really play Sunday League football anymore, so... And she's normally at work when I play football. But I could start holding these when I play football. So now decent, nice and warm. Ooh. So yeah, good idea for a present. Especially for, I'd say, somebody who's older. Because I know if I went and showed my nan something like this, she wouldn't have a clue, like, what it is. But it's one of those, like, you give her one of these and she'd be like, ooh, I like that, that's good. Good idea for Christmas. Hand warmers, because it's obviously going to be freezing over Christmas as well. And the cable, which I was going to show you, is USB-A, and you actually get 2 USB-Cs as well. So with the one cable, you can charge both of these at the same time, which is obviously like an absolute bonus. Now, is there anything that people would like to see? Because if not, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and have a wee-wee. Because I'm dying, to be honest. You know when you need the toilet so bad that you start shivering? I'm hitting that stage. Am I just oversharing here? I think I am. I tend to do that quite a lot, you know, overshare. But, Ghoul, absolute pleasure, mate. I hope you're well, buddy. I hope the driving is still going well, and hopefully you've not got to do too much driving over Christmas. So we don't have any questions on Amazon that I can see. So I think maybe we should just... signs of anonymous... Oh, mate, I must be extremely honest then, because I overshare, like, everything. I really do. To the point where people look at me like I'm completely weird. I'm one of those people, it takes me a long time to kind of... I say a long time to open up. I kind of sit there and assess the room first to see who I think I would get on with. But if you start talking to me, I will overshare. I will come out with a lot of random stuff. And people probably think, I'm not talking to him no more, because he's a bit of a weirdo. But yeah, to be fair, I'm an honest bloke. Can't debate it, mate. Like me, yeah, it takes me a while to warm to people. And I'm not very good in, like, situations with lots of people. Like, if we go out for food, I much prefer if it's literally me and somebody else. If there's more than that, I'll just kind of go into my shell and won't really say much. And I'll just sit there and I'll just observe and listen. I'm a bit weird saucy. Right, I think I will love you and leave you, because one, I could do with the toilet. Two, the Moscone Cup's coming on in about 25 minutes. So you never see me at TwitchCon. Do you know what, Sauce? I've just booked myself in for something in the UK, because all the big events are normally in the US, or if they're in the UK, they're normally in London. There's one that's coming to Birmingham, and I've booked myself in. It's not cheap, to be fair, but I thought, you know what? I keep saying, like, if I could get to the US and go to one of these events, I would. So one's fairly local, so I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm going. But now in my head, I'm like, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to mingle and talk to people. I know as soon as I get there, I'll be a mute and I won't speak to no one. What do you think of these type of things? So a SATA IDE oh, to USB-C hard drive adapter. Have we got like a... Let me see if I can get an image of that. Because I'm quite a visual person. Let me see if I can find that, mate. So here it is. Alxum SATA. Don't put Sarah rather than SATA. IDE to USB adapter. Should be able to search it. Okay, is it one of those, mate? Is it one of those little bad boys there? So just for connecting hard drives up. I can see that there's an additional power there as well. Okay. Depends on what you're connecting to it. That's the ticket. Yeah, because if you're connecting just like SSD drives or laptop drives, then you can get... I think I've got one somewhere. You can get something like that. So it basically powers directly off the USB port. Because like your laptop hard drives and SSDs don't require like additional power. So that one that you've just shown me there, it's got an extra power supply going into it. I mean, if you do need the extra power, then obviously something like that would be better. But if you're kind of messing with just like SATA drive, SSD drives, so like you could use 3 hard drives at the same time. I'll just store pictures. Right, okay. Because looking at the image on that, so that is IDE. That is like a proper old drive, the one that's got the pins coming out. That looks like your SATA on the side there, and I imagine it's... Yeah, so one IDE. So that's like the really old drives that got pins coming out the back. Yeah, looking at that, you can connect multiple drives up. So yeah, I mean, you could do that. Here it is. Yeah, I mean, if you've got multiple drives that you want to connect up, then yeah, something like that would be fine. I mean, have you got an hard drive that could use that, the old IDE? Because I mean, if you could get another one of these, they've got like SATA all the way around, that would probably be better. Unless you've got an old school IDE drive, then then by all means, yeah, that would... Those drives seem to find me, the old ones, the IDEs. I mean, you can get... Oh, let me have a look. Right, let me just unplug the cables from this. You can get something like that as well. So that's what I've got for hard drives. So you can basically stand hard drives up in there, put 2 drives in, and those are just SATA connections in there. I don't know if you can see that. But what you can do with something like that is it's like a 1-push backup button as well. So you can copy things from one drive to another. Not sure if that's kind of the thing you're looking for. Go play before you... Yeah. I do need, to be fair. My computers are cutting edge. 2009. Oh, man, I could talk to you about old computers all day long. Love the old school stuff. The old scuzzy hard drives. Mate, loved it. I used to go to computer fairs, like, years ago, and this was like when you had BX motherboards. Old school. Slot 1, Intel Pentium 2400. I used to have one of those. The big slot processors. Oh, it was brilliant. Loved it. What are you holding? I'll use for backing up my YouTube videos. I'll tell you what, I'm using a NAS box to back my stuff up. So at the moment, I'm using Macrium Reflect, which, to be fair, they're stopping. So I basically do an image of my hard drive and I just copy it to my NAS box. But that thing I've just showed you there, that's been sitting in the drawer. I've not used that in years. I forgot I had it till the other day when I was clearing things out. It's one of those, I see it, I think, oh, that'll come in useful. Just sits in the drawer doing nothing. Is film lots, however, most of what I'm filming isn't important, B-roll. Yeah, do you know what? I was doing a clear up the other day. And it's one of those, I've got loads of B-roll of stuff. But I know as soon as I delete it, I could do with it. So I've been clearing out a lot of A-roll because if I film stuff, I tend to record audio separate to the camera. Then I'll match it together. And then once it's done, it's like, well, I'm never going to rematch that again. So I end up deleting a lot of that stuff. But like B-roll stuff, I've got a NAS box full of it, which, to be fair, I probably need to clear. Use some old drives for storage, so long as I don't let them get too hot. I love NAS storage. So what am I using? Synology NAS box. So there's 2 hard drives in there. I've just basically got one hard drive replicating the other one. I think it's a RAID 1, maybe. I'm out of the loop with all computer stuff. RAID 0 is when there's no backing up. RAID 1's when it mirrors one to the other. Then you've got like RAID 5s and RAID 10s with mirroring and striping. I think that's right. Saucy knows a bit more than me. So yeah, I tend to have things on there just for the redundancy. So if one drive fails, I've still got a backup. Just pull the drive out, put a new one in, let it replicate, let it do its thing. So yeah, I tend to store things on NAS boxes rather than like external drives. Because I just end up having one backup on an external drive, which is never good. Right, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. As Saucy said, I need to go to the toilet. Else I'm going to wee-wee myself. But yeah, dancing, just hit me up in Discord or something. So if you need any advice and you think I could possibly help, then drop me a message. I'll try and help you as much as I can, mate. Or, to be fair, I'll be doing more live streams anyway, so just jump in and have a chat. I will try and help you out, dude. Right, now, hopefully, I remember to end the streams properly. Single parity, double parity. There we go, Saucy's on the ball, man. And now my other NAS box, I think I put that as like RAID 10. Bit overkill, to be fair. Thank you for the chat as well. No problem, mate. I'm happy to chat with anyone. Anybody who will put up with me, I will chat with them. So now, absolute pleasure. Let's end these streams. So, as always, thank you everyone. Really appreciate you being in the streams. And I need to get some more work done. So, stay safe, and I will see you next week. See you soon.